Hey, good morning, guys. It's Rachel Castille. I'm out in the park again. This is a really beautiful spot. It covers here. But yeah, I want to talk about you're not defined by what you've been through. You can begin again. For me, I'm learning to come out of trauma responses, to come out of self-perceptions that I took on from my past that I felt defined me. And God is showing me, no, look again, open your eyes. I want to show you something new today. And I feel like this is a reoccurring revelation with God in my life right now, to see the new experience in this moment. And every time I lock on control, which comes from fear of something that I don't want to happen, I shut down the experience that God is wanting to show me. And it's connected to what God wants me to receive in my life. And so the goodness of God is always ministering, always pouring out a new opportunity, a new perspective. And yeah, and that's that new daily bread that we have. That's how good our heavenly parents are, is that there's always something that God's wanting to pour out today. Like today is a fresh day. And so that's the revelation I've got right now. And I just want to unpack that more. That the things that I've walked through, the things that I've experienced, God wants to speak into every bit of it. God wants to show me something that I could get out of it, aside from maybe trauma responses that got me off my path. God wants to show me there's just something, there's truth that can be revealed in every experience. And yeah, like when it comes to the desires of your heart, God wants you to see them for what they are. They may have been suppressed, may have been judged, and yeah, there's a new opportunity to bring those out again. It's almost exercising the muscle of where you're going, what you want to do, that there's a reason for it. There's a reason it's in your heart. And that's the journey I'm walking out. And I want to encourage other people to get on, is to birth their voice, to birth the businesses that they have in their heart, the products, the services, and to get back on your path. What has been spoken, what has been done, doesn't have the power to derail when we start to take responsibility for our lives. And part of that is like maybe getting in a supportive community, finding a mentor, maybe getting new friends. It doesn't mean nothing against people who maybe can't walk with you on a particular journey, but yeah, it could be you getting the support that you need. And that's been huge for me. It's been a blessing. But the other part I've had to learn in my heart is to actually see if my heart is receiving. Am I really receiving, or am I performing to be here? Am I open? Am I honest about what's going on in my heart, where I actually need help? I'll talk about that. So I don't know if y'all know the Enneagram, but I'm an Enneagram coach. Love the Enneagram. And I'm a type 2. Type 2, we are the helpers. The advocates, I guess you call us. But yeah, we're the helpers, the givers. And the thing about all givers is that we don't be receiving. We be given and getting our value from giving. So that is a big part of what I've been seeing, that fear can cause me to not receive and cause me to work to earn something that is already being given to me. I have to cross this road. Yeah. And that's an area in my heart right now that is being revealed very much so, where you can be in friendships and not be really receiving the love of the friend. You can be trying to earn it. You could be trying to be good enough. And yeah, so it's things like that that God is showing me, like God's slowing me down within my experiences to see what's going on in my heart in it. And that's how God is peeling away the old responses, ways that I managed my life in the past. And it begins to open up my experiences. It's almost have like, you could call it, some people talk about nervous system, like your nervous system, but it for me, I'm noticing it's like mental patterns that I think is true, and then I just conclude on them, and God's like, no, think again, and I'm starting to see like, okay, there's more in this moment than what I could call it trauma or the way I learned to see life. Yeah, there's more than the way I've begun to look at situations. Like, for instance, one way God is breaking me out of my old patterns is by literally being in the community. And I think God's wanting to slow me down in it. Hey, Trinidad, good morning. Yeah, God's wanting to slow me down so I can get a new revelation about my moments, and that there is peace in places I've had anxiety. There's a upgrade in seeing what I bring in a moment when my old thoughts, that kind of comes from, maybe it is childhood trauma. I don't know the root altogether, but yeah, I could think like, oh, I got to do this. Oh, I have to bring this type of presence. I have to be funny. I have to be whatever that is. And it's like, I can't, like, I'll even bring this up. Like, I keep getting visions of God wanting me to be interactive, even as I'm making content. I see that coming, like praying for people on the go. Like, so it's this sense of, I have a vision of a future that could be rooted in fear, could be rooted in control, prevention, all of that sort of thing can then control the parameters of how a moment, like I'm in this present moment, like I'm live right now. So this is a present moment, and I could either lock in to what I planned and try to live that out, or I could share a moment as I experience God with other people and like be open to what God is wanting to bring into my life, or how God's wanting to use me. The thing that God's teaching me too, like, is very much connected to my own life lessons myself. And yeah, and something that God is breaking me out of is shame patterns, hidden shame. And then God showing me, because of shame, the control that I'd operate in to not be shamed. And then that taking me out of my identity. And now I'm being somebody completely, like, I'm disconnected from my heart as a result of that. And yeah, so God is healing me of that and showing me how to live from my heart, how to live connected, and to know that that's where my value comes from. My value is simply my presence. It's simply me loving me and sharing me with you. Not me doing something to be worthy of love. So that's a slower life. Like, just think about that. You have to slow down to become aware, and then to live aware. And that's the truth. Like, I'll just speak this out. Like, this is what God, I know, has, called me, I would say my influence to be in other people, is for that awareness of every voice matters. Every experience matters. Like, you don't have to be a multimillionaire. You don't have to have some extravagant resume to be worthy of your voice getting online and sharing your life experiences, what you have in your heart, what your value is, and to be in community. I had a cool conversation with a friend, and she's talking about launching a business that's come from something that she's creating herself, and thinking about, like, is this going to be my super profitable thing, or is this just for the joy of it? And I loved the conversation because I just see a new trail. I've never gone this way. Okay, I didn't know this existed. About to go. Cool. I like this. But yeah, doing it for the joy of it, or going, well, is it really gonna amount to this? Like somebody could say, like, is that really gonna like set you free? Like, is that really sustainable? And the truth of the matter is, it really can be. Like, whatever it is, like, I've got a premium offer myself, but I really encourage people in any form of entrepreneurship, like, using that muscle of taking something from your heart and making something out of it and building community around it, connecting with people. I feel like as a culture, if we were more familiar with that, going out and be like, oh, I love to make lemonade, so I can go sell it, you know? Like, if that was the culture, I feel like in general, people would be a lot more independent and free. They'd know, like, it would keep us all connected, I feel like. Almost see, like, sometimes the whole employee mindset can make us feel dependent and kind of like fearful in a way, like that it's like, okay, there's only so many jobs, there's only so many corporations, either they're gonna give us a job, I hope they don't fire me, all these sorts of mindsets that it's like my future is in the hands of if somebody is allowing me to be in their world, you know? And I feel like it's kind of shaped our culture to live fearful and not to acknowledge what we already carry, what we already know, you know, the things we've learned. Whether you're creating a info product out of, hey, I know how to crochet, I'm gonna teach you how to crochet. I know how to make this, you know, I feel like that's the future in general. That's why I love network marketing so much, because you don't have to create the product. You are sharing something that is completely like a done-for-you business model. I love that. But in general, as a culture, if we move into using our gifts, acknowledging what we carry, and bringing it to market, it'd keep us communal. Like, I'll say this, as I've gotten on this journey of entrepreneurship, I notice like how common it was for me to be in this individualistic mindset that it's like, I'm over here doing me, you do you, and where you feel almost like when you get put in if you say like a vendor area, you got all these vendor tables and people are kind of networking and sharing their stuff. You can almost feel like a little warp that you walk in of like, okay, this is a new world. I'm used to just being like, go and do my job, you know? And there's really something to that. Like, there's people out promoting their businesses, networking, going to mixers, things like that. And yeah, I'm seeing, my heart was used to something very different before, and I just know, like, there's an expansion when we start to think as a community. I would even say, like, economic things wouldn't shut people down. Ankama Sin Curtis, good to see you. Thanks for being on. And yeah, as we get more in this sort of mindset, there's no lack. This sense of, oh, the economy is why, you know, I'm about to lose my house. The economy is why I can't pay my car note. It's almost a byproduct of the fact that we've gotten so used to corporations and somebody giving me a job, you know, because when we think, like, I'm almost 30, and I look back, I could have done a lot more with music. I could have been giving guitar lessons, piano lessons, like just pulling from like the things that I've done in the past, or the gifts that I've had. If it, as a culture, we bring what we do to market. I think, like, even for network marketing, it would, like, seriously change everybody. Yeah, I love that collective consciousness. Yeah, as we all rise into the mindset of, I've got something to give, and staying connected. That connectedness is actually being others conscious. Like, yes, I'm an individual, but I'm aware of what's going on around me. I'm aware of what people need, you know? If you're walking through a neighborhood and all the grass is just way up, like just overgrown, place looks all messed up, and you're like, wait, I got $100. I could buy a lawnmower, you know? Yeah, and that's the mindset that we have to be in as entrepreneurs. Okay, now I done got in somebody's neighborhood. I'm gonna go back. So I found a new trail, and this is where it goes. But yeah, that mindset that I'm seeing shift in me as I'm on this path, it's like it highlights in my heart. I'm like, okay, I've been thinking separate. I've been thinking just about me and trying to get my bread, you know? And so it's a heart shift. I feel that as we look around, we see what's needed, then we flow from a different place. When we're talking to people, it's more relational. It's more, how can I serve you? Where are you? You know, how are things going legitimately from a place of service? And yeah, so I highly advocate entrepreneurship at any degree. Not everybody is at the same place or same season, I'll call it, but like I highly advocate people finding a way to sell what they have, sell what they bring to the world. You could start by using your voice. Like, God had me starting a YouTube channel like 2 years ago, that I could start breaking stuff off of me, that I could get free from a lot of lies and intimidation I lived under for so long. And it's like an onion, like I'm being peeled. So much is being broken off of me as I walk this journey out, because I know ultimately entrepreneurship is the absolute best path for us becoming independent thinkers, independent providers, community awareness. Like, it shifts us out of a self-focus, but knowing that when I be my truest self, I'm a blessing to the world. What I've learned is of value to people. The things I made it through is of value to people. And I'm going to continue to share it until every part of my soul knows that I don't doubt no more. And I'll be honest, like, I go through pockets of shame. I see something about myself. I'm like, oh, that's horrible, Rachel. Oh, that's bad. And God's like, I didn't show you this to condemn you. Like, I'm going to walk you out of this. Like, that's the plan tomorrow. Like, let's get into it. And God's like, I'm showing you things, showing patterns, things that you did as a trauma response that doesn't have to define you anymore. You don't have to protect yourself in that way anymore. I'm going to show you how safe you are. And I'm going to show you how to receive love, how to give love, how to get that flowing again. The truth of the matter is, it's like our hearts are pure, you know. I believe us as adults, we are children that grew up. And children are pure. And adults can can tap back into that. They can live from their truest self. They can, you know, like you look at the kids on the playground, they just run, they just meet a new friend, they skin their knee, they yell and argue, and then they forgive, and then and then they want to go to each other's houses again. Like, I think that is the message of what God is bringing us to. That's that realm where we see one another, we live as community. You show up to the vendor shop and this person's selling this, I'm selling water, you know, they're selling lawnmowers, like, and every need is met. Every need is met. He said, Curtis, I discovered fear breaking away, depending on a company for income, to follow my intuition, to use my gifts and talents. Yes, absolutely. That journey of going no to fear. Why would I believe that when I step out to bring what I carry and to do what I actually love, why would I entertain the idea of not being successful? It's my passion. It's what I love, you know? I love that. Yeah, stepping away from that fear. And it is countercultural right now. The culture is kind of preying on that fear. It's like it needs us to be afraid so that we don't discover our gifts. We don't discover the value of what we carry. And that's why I want to just be like a broken record. That's what I'm learning. Like, I want to learn to continue to be a voice, because sometimes we just need somebody to believe in us, to support, just a little added support. And hey, you are on the right track when the culture is telling you to turn around. And yeah, because change happens with individuals. We get trained into the lie that our individual voice isn't enough. What can I really impact? And it's like, oh man, so many people. And that's why I think like online community is so powerful, because it's really taken us beyond the realm of maybe the 5 voices in our life. You know, we can get new voices in our life. I've been encouraged by so many people I've never met in person. Some of my best friends I haven't met in person, but you know, online is more real sometimes than what's in your city, you know? And so yeah, I just really advocate people beginning to use their voice for anything. Like, literally, it's the best thing you can do, is to acknowledge the value of your own voice enough to go live, enough to share your story, enough to talk about the things you're creating. And yeah, I'll even talk about this. I was on a training a couple days ago with a business coach to my mentor, Kelsey, and she was talking about, like, man, it's funny enough, I started to say that and I kind of lost. There we go. But yeah, funny enough, I lost it, y'all. It was such a good training, and she had said something that connected to a previous thought that I had, but it's all good. I lost it. But yeah, I'll just say about her training in general, like, it is so encouraging to me right now. It is like helped me to, let's see, I'm starting to get the point back, I think. But it was about like, that's gonna bother me. I'm gonna have to move on. I have to move on, y'all. But yeah, anyways, using your voice, I think it was about community. It was something about community, y'all. This is so funny. It's okay. It's all good. But yeah, we all have a part to play in community. As you use your voice, as you show up, as you speak, you're gonna find that people, that group of people that is meant to be in your life. Yeah, that's kind of the train of thought. That as you speak, you will find the voices that are looking for what you're doing. People are going to align with what you're doing. It's just a natural byproduct of your honesty, of your path. of your passion, the more you step into that, the more, I'm so sorry, y'all. This is the most funny thing I've ever, I'll just take a step back. Like, this is probably like, what is my worst fear? Is that I go live and then like I lose my train of thought and I'm stuck on it. So I'm just gonna laugh about this literally right now. Yeah, guys, as you start, as you speak, as you begin to put out there what's in your heart, you're gonna find alignment. You're gonna inspire other people. And that's a better influence in the honesty of that than any type of polished thing you could do. And that's something I'm discovering right now. I'm discovering that as I just go, as I continue, things are breaking off of me. And that's what I'm gonna grade myself by. I'm not gonna grade myself by what I thought this would be, what I wanted it to be. Yeah. You said how we have the best premium offer and how insane the comp plan is. Yeah, okay, now that was a very good point in that. It was more related to something about our voice, something about, I think I wanted to emphasize that, I ain't gonna find it. But hey, that is very true. I loved what she said about that. She's like, I'm not in network marketing. I work with a lot of network marketing companies, and what y'all have is insane. There's nothing like this. Y'all need to be like shouting this from the rooftop. So yeah, for sure. But it was something about the entrepreneurship and voice related stuff. But anyways, yeah, I'm gonna keep talking about entrepreneurship, marketing yourself, being a voice. As you speak, you're going to find your people. And it's more about that. Like, success has to do with belief. Like, do you believe in yourself? It's gonna be revealed to you how you feel about yourself. And that's the things that come up in my soul as I walk this journey out. How do you feel? Do you believe in what you're doing? Do you believe in yourself? And there's things that move out of the way. Let's see, here we go. Yeah, there's things that's got to move out of the way as you walk that out. So it's the best journey to grow as you put yourself out there. There's so much that you'll discover about yourself. And yeah, guys. I guess that's kind of all I got today, and it might just be because I didn't kind of got hooked on a thought that I didn't finish. And but it's been so good. Thank you for spending this time with me. I want to keep breaking my paradigms. I want to keep breaking what I think it needs to be so I can discover what life is. That's kind of the core thought, is you're not defined by your past. You're not defined by what's been done to you, where you've been. You can begin again. You can put yourself out there. You can find that collective that's going to run with you, celebrate what you're doing, and keep the faith. That's what I just say. Keep the faith in your own journey. Like, you got to believe in you before anybody else does. You got to love what you're doing. And that's what I'm learning, to love what I'm doing, to love my experiences, love my mess ups, my mishaps, like, to give yourself grace and to know everything that you're doing is adding up, every step you take. And I'll go back to a word that I was saying in like one of my first lives. Like, it's like a word that God was telling me. It don't take all that. It don't take all that. You really can just be yourself. You really can share until your heart knows that you're worth it. Share until. And yeah, guys, so have an amazing day. Thank you for spending this time with me, and I will see y'all on the next one.